Welcome to Talking Crew, an unofficial Motley Crue podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things in the world of Motley Crue. This is episode 115 this week, Motley Crue Year in Review 2025, plus more. But first, this week in Motley news, quite a bit of it. Happy 28th anniversary to the Motley Crue song Beauty, released as a second single off the Generation Swine album on December the 16th, 1997. I talk about this album on episode 17, so go back and check that out. Nicky is in the news this week. He is selling played stage bass guitars. I had to slow myself down. For the upcoming Return of the Carnival Sins tour in 2026. Check out Nicky6officialbass.com. John 5 is in the news this week. He had an article written about him in Blabbermouth where he talks about why Motley Crue deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think Motley Crue should have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a long time ago. Years ago. In fact, we, the fans, voted for them to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they got turned down. Now, I think they should still be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, although I think they ought to give them a big middle finger to say what for. But I'll post this article in the comments section down below and on the Talking Crew Facebook page. John Corabi's in the news this week. He released a new song called New Day. It's also the title track of his upcoming solo album. I did a bonus episode Tuesday, plus a bunch of other announcements that he made. So go back and check out that bonus episode. That's why you need to hit that subscribe button. You never know when Motley news happens. I will report it and get my information or my thoughts on it. And that's it in Motley news this week. This is episode 115, Motley Crue Year in Review 2025 plus more. That's one of me talking about this week. So in this week's episode, I thought I'd talk about the year that was 2025 since we're getting closer to the end of the year. I'm going to talk about what the actual band did. Plus, I'm going to talk about what Vince, Nicky, and John 5 did outside of Motley Crue, as well as the past members like Mick Mars and John Corabi. So hang on tight. Here we go. So let's begin with Motley Crue, the band itself. At the beginning of the year, Motley Crue had to cancel the early Vegas residency shows and then another show as well, but they rescheduled the Vegas shows and played a total of 10 shows that ran from September the 12th through October the 3rd. We later found out the reason why they canceled those shows, and that's because Vince had a stroke Christmas of last year. But thankfully, Vince is back, and he's back stronger than ever. They released some stuff as well, like Motley Crue from the Beginning. Compilation album was released on September the 12th. Then they released the live version of Smoking in the Boys' Room on September the 25th. Then the second single, live version of Keep Your Eye on the Money on Halloween, October the 31st. Then the big release, the Theater of Pain 40th Anniversary box set on November the 14th. But wait, that's not all. They've already announced the return of the Carnival Sins tour in 2026 to celebrate that tour, the 20th anniversary of that tour, and the 45th anniversary of the band itself. What a huge year for Motley Crue. Now, let's talk about the band members themselves outside of Motley Crue. So I'm going to start with Vince. Like I said earlier, Vince canceled some solo shows at the beginning of the year. But he did make a big return in August prior to the Motley Crue Vegas shows, playing with his solo band a total of 4 shows. 3 of these shows were with Stephen Percy, lead singer of Rat, and Bret Michaels, lead singer of Poison. Now let's go to Nicky Six. He didn't do a tour, but he, James Michael, and DJ Ashba released 6 a.m. Prayers for the Damned and Blessed deluxe vinyl set on June the 6th. Now, let's go to John 5. He was the busiest of all the members of the band. He did Nights in Satan's Service, A Kiss Museum. He also released a single called Fiend on May the 16th, another single, Defiant, on August the 8th, which I did do bonus episodes on both of those songs individually. Then he released a new solo album called Ghost on October the 10th. Plus, he played some shows as well, like NAMM, N-A-M-M show with Marty Friedman, former guitar player for Megadeth, Nita Strauss, the current guitar player for Alice Cooper, on January 24th. Then, after the Motley Crue Vegas stuff, he co-headlined with Richie Kotzen on October the 16th, and it ran until November the 29th, playing a total of 38 shows altogether, just him by himself. That's freaking awesome. A big year for the band members themselves. So, now let's go past members. Let's start with Mick Mars. He's been MIA, missing in action, really since early last year. He's not really done a whole lot, or even done interviews that I've seen. So hopefully, the last I heard, and that was mid last year, he was going to do a second solo album. Haven't heard nothing since. So who knows? Hopefully, maybe we'll hear something next year. Now, John Corabi has been really busy as far as the past members go. With the Dead Daisies on February 14th, they released the single Love That'll Never Be off the album Light 'Em Up. Then on February 28th, they released the first single off an upcoming blues cover album called Crossroads, a second single called Boom 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 on April the 24th, where I did bonus episodes on both of those songs. Then they released the blues cover album Looking for Trouble on May the 30th. They released a live, digital only live album, Live at Stone Dead, on November the 14th. Now, that's just him and the Dead Daisies. He also toured with the Dead Daisies, playing March, June, and August in Europe and the UK, doing a total of 26 shows. But wait, that's not all. He did some solo stuff as well. He played 3 solo shows. Then in June, he signed a solo record deal with Frontier Records, announced an all-star band, and tour dates for February 2026 of Europe and the UK. And, like I just said in Motley News, Tuesday, he released a new single called New Day on December the 16th. Big year. Big year for John Corabi. Well deserved. Yeah, great. Loved it. That was the year of 2025 in the world of Motley Crue. What an exciting year it was. It really was. It started off kind of slow for Motley Crue themselves because they started to cancel shows. Kind of wondering what was going on. They rescheduled. John Corabi and the Dead Daisies started putting out some stuff, and so it kind of helped out. And then Motley came back, Vince came back, and then Motley came back, and John Corabi's still steamrolling on 2025 towards the end. The 40th anniversary Theater of Pain box set, and then the compilation from the beginning compilation, and great year. It was a really exciting year. I loved it. So, with that all being said, let's go to homework this week. Did you see Motley Crue in Vegas? If you did, what show did you go to and how was it? Did you see Vince on his solo shows, those 4 shows that he did? Did you see John 5 in doing the co-headlining tour with Richie Kotzen? Did you see John Corabi solo or with the Dead Daisies? Again, write me a comment down below. Which shows did you guys go see? Did you get the Motley Crue from the beginning compilation album? Did you get Motley Crue Theater of Pain box set? Write me a comment down below. Love to know. Did you get John 5's Ghost album or the Dead Daisies Looking for Trouble album? Write me a comment down below. Love to know. And that's homework this week. I kind of want to give a shout out here because these guys deserve a shout out. I'm talking about some road crew members of the Motley Crue road crew. Fred Koala, who is Nikki Sixx's bass tech. David Vela, that's Vela. He's John 5's guitar tech. And Steve Morrison, who is Tommy Lee's drum tech. The reason why I really want to give these guys a big shout out because they make our band look like $1 million, but also give them a follow on Instagram. Fred Koala doesn't have Instagram anymore, but the other two do. But yeah, they post a ton of pictures, like behind the scenes stuff, video stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. Plus, they kind of answer some of my questions, my dorky questions on Instagram as well. But yeah, big shout out to those guys. Those guys are awesome. Now, next week, I'm actually going to take the next couple of weeks off for Christmas and New Year's. But I will be back on Friday, January the 9th, 2026. I'm going to celebrate the next few episodes in the month of January are all going to be about the 45th anniversary and celebrate the band Motley Crue. And the first one will be episode 116. Motley Crue's first demo 1981 review is going to be talking about in a couple of weeks. Can't wait. I'm going to celebrate the whole month of January. It is Motley Crue's birthday, January the 19th to be exact. So the whole month of January, it's all going to be 1981, 1982. Can't wait. All right, and that's it for this week. If you know anybody that's a Motley Crue fan, likes to talk about Motley Crue, hear about Motley Crue, send them this way. Hit that share button, copy the link, and send it to them. Tell them go on Google, Firefox, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and tell them to type in Talking Crue. All the episodes will pop up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button yourself. Give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It helps out the podcast a whole lot. Also, I want to say something else, one more thing. Follow me, Talking Crue, on Facebook. It has its own Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Just type in Talking Crue. I post a ton of pictures, not only to promote the episode, but like even on weeks off, like I celebrate an era of the band, like this coming after Christmas. It's going to be doing the MC94 pictures, and then the week after that will be Generation Swine pictures. So yeah, follow me on social media as well. So that's it for this week. I've rambled on long enough. I want to wish everybody to have a Motley Christmas and a happy Crue year, and I'll see you guys on January the 9th in 3 weeks. Again, hit that subscribe button, and that's it. I will see you guys in 3 weeks, January the 9th. And you just took a ride on the wild side.